Shuggy, enough. Forrest. Good job, buddy. Hey, come on. This way. Come here. This way. Come on, this way. Lucas. Triggy. Emma. Bailey. Bailey. Forrest. Come on, Forrest. There's a little bit of Forrest fear. Good boy, Forrest. Come here. This used to happen a lot more. Bailey. Bailey. This is Bailey completely blowing me off. Hey, Bean. No. Bailey. Forrest. Yeah. Hey, Louie. Let's go this way. Come on. This way. Come on. No. 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 Get out of there. Good. Come on this way. Louie. Forrest. Shuggy. Shuggy. Forrest. Come on, Shuggy. Good girl, Shug. Come on, Forrest. Bailey. I have to use a remote on vibrate with Bailey because she's smelling stuff and completely ignoring me. Forrest, Shuggy, come here. Forrest. Hey, Shuggy. So I wanted to talk for a minute about Forrest here. You saw Forrest just because kind of spooked right there. Hi there. Forrest is the one with the orange collar. Come on, Louie. And some of these dogs have all struggled with this to some extent or another, and that's being too protective or too reactive to things in public. It's oftentimes something we forget, which is like dogs can start getting spooked by things at the home. That can actually translate into the real world and vice versa. If we build up confidence in the real world and we take the dog to like our house, it can help them understand, like things at the home. Louie, let's say, for example, we socialize the dog with dogs a bunch, like they may be better with the other dogs in the house. Or they may be better with like the neighbor dogs, or maybe they'll, if we socialize them out in public with people, they'll be better with house guests. But I was like kind of reflecting because I was trying to think about one of these dogs here and how to fix the situation. And then I was thinking about a lot of the dogs that we work with regularly and kind of how do the dogs get so good? Why do they do so good at our property? How come when you show up at our property, like no matter how many dogs are there or what dogs are there, it's always going to be quiet. It's always going to be peaceful, even when the mailman shows up. And a lot of that is just how good we are at using structure to prevent the dog from doing the behaviors that we don't want them to do in the first place. And then also using structure so the dogs feel really safe and really calm. Okay. Oftentimes with dog training, it's hard to see this because we don't think the same way that dogs think. And so to us, the idea that, the reason Bean is looking at that dog over there and being anxious is because there's not enough structure in the home. That would be something that would not really make sense to us. If we're not a professional dog trainer, that's not something we're probably going to understand. If we read enough books and we take enough time to watch enough videos on dog behavior and dog training, we will be able to understand how those pieces are connected. But, like Cesar Millan said, this is the hard part, is the dog expects us to think like a dog and we expect the dog to think like a human. And, hence the reason we need dog trainers. We're kind of like translators. We're trying to translate between the human and the dog. And hopefully, we understand the dogs and we understand the humans and we're doing our best to try to translate, but realize it can be hard, folks. And structure in the house can be hard even for me, even a professional trainer. I've been doing this for a long time. Even my own dog, Emma, I can lax up on the structure. Bean, no. I can lax up on the structure with Emma. And then next thing I know, Emma's like jumping in like crazy. Hey, Shuggy, Forrest, come on, let's go, leave it. Next thing I know, come here, close. Louie, Shuggy, close. So next thing I know, like Emma's jumping like crazy into her crate, or she's just not listening on the property. Emma, come. And I even forget, I've been doing this so long, but even I forget, what I need to do is have more structure in the home. What I need to do is have tools in the home, kind of like training wheels. Bailey, no. Louie, no. Training wheels in a sense. And, I myself will find myself, come here, close, getting frustrated with Emma over and over again before I realize, oh, Eric, you got to take a few steps back. You got to have a leash on her. Gus, no, you got to have a leash on Emma. You got to slow down, have a leash on her. And, that's what you got to do. So it happens to everybody. Hi there. Leave it. No. Louie, no. Down. No, down. No, dude. No. Down. Do you see of all the dogs, like the two that like Forrest and her, that are kind of looking around like, what is that? What's that? Those are the ones that have more of that innate wanting to protect the property vibe. Let's go. Close. Whatever it is, if it's Emma who gets too crazy and digs holes will knock people over, eats your objects. If it's Lucas who comes unglued and starts biting people in the home, if it's Shuggy who's going to start jumping on you and not listening to you and chasing the mailman or the gardener down the street, if it's Bailey, she's going to get separation anxiety and start crying and whining nonstop. If it's Louie, he's going to start terrorizing the neighbor's dogs and running off the property at people's dogs, or terrorizing the lady who helps clean the house. If it's this girl, she ends up manipulating her mom, and then she acts sulky face all the time like this, but then inside of the home is like kind of out of control and silly and chasing cats in the neighborhood. So, the point of this video is just to obviously show these really cute dogs doing so good out here, but just have that conversation. Realize, guys, you're not alone. It's counterintuitive. The need for structure in the home, it's counterintuitive. Come on, it's not something that's straightforward. Just like it's not straightforward that the reason I still got this belly is because I keep eating too much ice cream. Be more likely to think I need like liposuction or I need to do a bunch of sit-ups, but it's not the case. I got to stop eating so much ice cream. So, if you're struggling, just don't be too hard on yourself. It happens. I myself struggle with structure in my own home with Emma right here, and then I struggle with my 14-year-old too. Just the other day I was getting all frustrated with my girl, and I was getting all frustrated. I was like, just go outside. I was so frustrated with her. Why won't she stop doing this stuff? And then I realized, Eric, you got to have her in her bed. You got to send her to her bed. You got to practice going to your bed command. Come on. You haven't practiced that in so long. She doesn't even know how to go to her bed anymore. And now you're getting all frustrated with her because she's pacing or she's not settling. Well, she's old and she needs some help. You got to do structure in the house. So it happens even with all these dogs in our day program that come to us. We change structure. Structure changes with time. And so realize it's not forever. If we have a dog here like Shuggy, for example, today, she's doing great. She's playing with everybody. But if she starts getting too crazy and playing too rough, we might have to put her in a yard by herself more. Good boy, Forrest. Forrest at times was a little more grumpy pants around dogs. And then when he became more social and friendly, we put him in yards with a lot more dogs, and he did great. This one here, for whatever reason, Roxy, she got a little grumpy today with a dog, so we put her in another yard. It's not a straightforward process. It's something that no matter how long you have your dog or how many dogs you have, you're always going to have to be thinking about how much freedom do I give the dog in the home? Have they earned this amount of freedom? Am I repeating myself constantly in the house? Am I getting frustrated in the house? Am I having anything other than very clear communication in the home when it says keep doing that, or I say stop doing that, or I say don't do that forever? Hey, if I don't have really clear communication in the home, we got to slow down, go backwards. Come on, let's go. So we're going to load up everybody. But I just want to let you guys know, hey, it's nobody's fault. Everybody struggles with structure in the home, myself included. And if you guys want help on that, let me know. We'll make a handout. We'll make more videos, or I'll send you more YouTube videos, or we'll come walk through your house and we'll talk about it. You know, or we can talk. Hey, what are those reasons? It's just hard to do structure. Man, I feel like the dog, you know, for me, I feel like a loser. I got to put a leash on my own dog to get her to go into a crate or something. I just feel dumb. I'm a dog trainer. Shouldn't Emma not have to have a leash on in the home anymore? No, Emma needs a leash sometimes. Emma, no. You'll see what I struggle with Emma, and this is all because of a lack of structure in my home. No, Emma Niti. That was actually really good, but usually she flies in there like dangerously fast. Like she'll jump into a crate that's a quarter of the size for her, and she won't even realize it. Okay, let's get everybody loaded up. Shuggy. Beanie, no. Beanie. Whatever, Beanie. Come on, Shuggy. Forrest. Gus. Come on, Gus. Come on, Gus. Load up, Gus. Gus, come on, Gus, Gus. Gus. Good boy, Gus, good boy. I wonder if he can... Lucas, come on, Lucas. Louie, no. Lucas. Lucas, go on, Lucas, hop up. Go on, Lucas. Nice, Lucas, good boy. Roxy, no. 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 Louie. Come on, Louie. I mean, it's just like this. I mean, as we're talking about this, it's just like this whole thing right here. Folks, the only way I'm going to have all these guys so good when they're with me out here, to the point that everybody always stops. Whoa, are those all your dogs? Like, of course they're not my own dogs, but people say that because they look like they're just following me around, like they're my own dogs. And the truth is, no, come on. It's not because I give them a million treats. It's not because I do a bunch of training exercises and I turn this thing up and shock them that they do that. A lot of the reason they do that is just because of this basic, hi Lucas, this basic routine that we do every single day. Hi Beanie. Hi Beanie. And the way we get in and out of this van is so structured that we start the walk off, we start our outing off in a very structured way, and we set the tone for the whole walk that way, and then we end in a structured way. And that process, it's kind of like a litmus test when we start the walk. I'm like, hey, where are these dogs at? Are they listening? Are they paying attention? Are they calm? Oh man, they're kind of excited. And then I can make adjustments if necessary early on in the walk before it gets too crazy. But I've myself not had enough structure in the van, and next thing I know, I've got chaos out on the walk. And so I just want you guys to know, you're not alone. It happens. It can be really hard to have enough structure. It can seem very frustrating and boring, and you know, just, it's like I said, it's like nutrition. It's like watching your nutrition or trying to sleep more or something. It's not exciting, boring. Okay, folks, well, remember, as always, we don't blame them, we train them. If we love them, we lead them. I'll see you guys. And if you watch this video this long, your dog's a super lucky dog, because you watched the video for 10 minutes. That's amazing. And you put up with me for that long too. Okay, we'll see you then. Take care.